Cross. Hi, my name is Anna.
And I'm Peyton.
I can't even say it. What are we doing today?
Today we are back with something that neither of us are prepared for. We are going to be watching Taemin's comeback single, Two Kids, that is part of his comeback trilogy, Never Gonna Dance Again. And we are both so emotional. He is the king, the legend.
When you count it in Korean, I'm like 12th year Taemin stan, man.
Wow. So we both watched the teaser. It's emotional, and it's really early again.
I'm tired.
So let's just get to it, fam.
The first shot is him just laying on the street. Oh Lord.
Oh, I already feel like I've been punched in the face.
Oh no. Okay, based on the teaser, I thought this was filmed in like Europe. Yeah. Oh, this is beautiful. Do you hear all the background vocals, reverby, chords?
He's beautiful.
I'm sorry, I just like haven't been saying anything.
He literally renders me speechless though.
I know. Oh no, angry.
His acting in this is on point. Like he's...
Oh, he did the boom with the bass. It's like, it's weird because like the bass sounds like vaguely like tropical summery, but it's like a sad song.
I'm feeling so many conflicting emotions because this is really sad, but watching him makes me really happy. So it's like I don't know if I should smile or cry.
Gosh.
Oh my god.
You know what? Especially for a song like this, I wish that the way the lyrics were written in Korean, like the emotion behind them, could be properly translated in English. No.
Usually I make dance comments, but I am so unqualified and unworthy. So I'm not going to say anything critical, and I'm just going to talk about everything cool that I liked, which was basically everything. So instead, I'll just pick and choose. The whole thing was so emotional, and I knew it was going to be emotional because, I mean, it's part of the prologue for Never Gonna Dance Again, which the title alone made me emotional, and then I saw the teaser, and then it was filmed in Europe, it looked like, and for some reason filming things in Europe just makes it, at night, just makes them feel more emotional. I don't know if you agree with me or not, but that's how I feel. But it's just astounding, like the emotions that he's able to portray. Like Anna, you were saying in it, you wished the way it's written in Korean, like that, like the emotions and the way it's written could be translated in English, because it can't. But like, it's so clear in his dancing. It's so clear. It's like dancing is literally Taemin's first language. Like, it is how he expresses his soul, and it's so clear, and it's just beautiful. And just the control that he has over his body is insane. Like the way that he can make it move, and it's like his own style that no one can perfectly copy. Like, it is Taemin, and he's the only one that can do it, and it is beautiful. A couple of quick things that I thought were really cool, because otherwise I will just ramble and fangirl. There were some really interesting changes that he made to the choreography as the song progressed, because the chorus choreography, from what you could see, stayed the same for each chorus, which is interesting in and of itself, until obviously the last breakdown. But he made subtle changes to it though, so it felt like you were seeing something different, and it felt like he was taking you on this emotional ride. So for instance, the bass drop at the very beginning of the chorus that you pointed out, Anna, when you were like, oh, that was beautiful, when he like releases up, the first time he does it in the first chorus, he does this like contraction backwards, like he's been punched in the stomach or something. But so it's like he's being like punched in the stomach by this emotion, and it almost knocks him backwards. Like he literally releases and then stumbles back before moving forward for the next move. And then in the second chorus, it's this like body roll into a high release, and it just feels like he's taking a breath. And then by the time you get to the last chorus, the difference between the choreography in the first chorus and the last chorus, I actually had to ask Anna, I was like, there's gotta be differences in the music, right? Because I feel different watching it, but the lyrics have stayed the same, and there were. And she was like, the differences make it feel a little bit lighter. And I was like, that's exactly what I was feeling from the dance too, because in the first chorus, it feels almost choppy, like he's unable to do the movement fully, like he's just so like overwhelmed by this emotion. And then in the last chorus, it has this like lighter, like I'm outpouring, I'm releasing all of these emotions feeling. And a good example that you can see it in is the turn that he does. So in the first chorus, he does it in like a chug, so he like hops through the turn. But then in the last chorus, he does it full, and I'm pretty sure he even does more than one, and it's completely smooth, and he's like snaking his body up as he does it, and it feels like he's just letting go. And I was like, so basically I loved it, and I loved Taemin, and I would be done now so Anna can go.
So before I make any comments about like the song itself, as a fan of Taemin for 11, almost 12 years now, back when I first became his fan, it was like, oh, he's cute and he's good at dancing. But the longer I'm his fan, the more proud I am to call myself his fan. Because when you think about his growth, not just in his dancing, which I can't really comment on at all, but like his vocal growth, and also just like as an artist, how he explores different things as well. I feel so honored that I've been able to like watch this journey through time as it's been happening. But talking about the song, when I'm just listening to the bass, I can kind of get that this would be a summer song, like kind of tropical, because it's not heavy and it's not like weighing you down, but it kind of bounces. It's very rhythmic, but then all the other instruments layered on top of it, along with his very emotional voice, makes it feel more like sad, and you can tell like, oh, this is a sad story. Like how you were saying the dance changes and tells a story throughout the song. I feel like the little things that they used throughout the song instrumentally also told a story. In the first chorus, and it continues on throughout the rest of the choruses, there's a little interjection of these few piano notes that are being played. It's not like a whole piano line being played in the background, but it's just like these 3 notes that happen. It's like da da da. It stuck out so much just because like, yeah, you're all of a sudden hearing a new instrument, but also the piano is such a distinct and different color instrumentally than the rest of the instrumental that's happening. They tugged on my heartstrings for some reason, and when I was thinking about why, it's very reminiscent of like sometimes you'll see in sad music videos, but also just like that feeling of when you're so sad and depressed but you're trying to get yourself out of it, so you're trying to start doing things, and like one of those is like playing on the piano to like try to start doing things again. So you go to play, but you can only get like 3 notes out, or a few notes out before you're overwhelmed again and you just can't do it anymore. And then like comparing that to the change in the last chorus, because honestly, musically, the last chorus isn't a huge change, but it feels like so much bigger of a change along with the music video. And also it's not wind chimes, because it's not just a drag down, but it's just like these light sort of chime sounds that are being played. But it makes a world of difference in the last chorus, because it makes it feel so much lighter and so much brighter. And the effect that that has on the music is like very hopeful. It's kind of like I finally gotten closure, so now I can start working upwards again and like building myself back up. That's all I really had to say. But yeah, TLDR.
TLDR, Taemin is a legend, a king, such a true artist, and it's so clear in his delivery of every part of the music video, from the singing to his dancing to his acting and the portrayal of the emotions. And I am overwhelmed with emotions. How about you?
Yeah, we are overwhelmed
with emotions.
That being said, if you liked this video and you also love Taemin like we love Taemin, then please leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and